Anyways, fucking some people said I was related to Chapo Guzman, right? Well, that's a fucking lie, 100%. And let me tell you about this a lie, 100%. So they contacted Angel Wilson, which was the dad that raised me when I was a kid, and they supposedly Chapo Guzman's son contacted Angel, right? Well, it wasn't Chapo Guzman's son that contacted Angel because why? It was Diego Martinez who hacked into the Facebook of Chapo Guzman's son and acted like Chapo Guzman's son. So Omar Martinez said that I was related to Chapo Guzman and that Omar Martinez was related to Chapo Guzman because of my blood. Well, when I was a baby and I was born with blonde hair. And the grandmother that raised me and the mother that raised me, they administrated blood in my nose. Even Donna knows about it and everybody knows about it. They administrated other DNA in my nose, and the DNA came from Mexico, by the way. But it was more than one DNA from Mexico because it was the entire Mexico City of the DNA of what they got, and they put in my nose. Well, anyways, after they already had put all the DNA in my nose and stuff like that, there was they almost got the DNA to the level of 95%. And I remember it was 95% because 5% of the DNA was unknown or something like that. Well, and to this conclusion and everything like that, I'm living in the state of New Mexico, Las Cruces, New Mexico, and they have Ana hostage. They have a lot of people hostage. Donna, everybody here in Las Cruces and stuff. They tied a lot of people up for no reason, and they should have went only after one set of group of people, which was the Martinez's. And so they started the problem and the issue, and as well as their companions and their workers and stuff like that, as well started the problem and stuff. And so, just to let you know that I'm not related to you, Chapo Guzman. They brought your daughter over here, and your daughter thought that everything was fine. She stayed at a hotel and everything. And I want to let you know that when she was at the hotel, she fell asleep and all the other guys fell asleep. They put sleeping gas inside the hotel and they raped your daughters. I don't know how many daughters you have. I want to say two of them or one of them, but they raped your daughter inside the hotel, and it was the Martinez's group in the clan and stuff like that. And I don't know what they're using because they're using all kinds of stuff, and I know your daughter's around here somewhere. And they all did it all together. They knocked out the whole group and stuff. I don't know if they tied them up or what they did to the group or what on the Sinaloa behalf. But I'm an American, and I'm not Sinaloa. I'm not a cartel member. I'm not a gang member. I'm not affiliated with any gangs or anything like that. I work for myself, and I'm operation operator with a team as well, which is Team Trump. And my name is Alpha Black 111957. Anyways, I have broke a lot of codes from paperwork to numbers, and evaluated stuff and stuff like that. Computer genius, a hacker, and I'm a developer. I develop stuff. I do all kinds of different types of settings. I look into the computer and the paperwork and read binary code and broke down numbers and broke down a lot of, I call them instruments, basically. That's what we call them, is instruments. And I just want to let you know that your daughter is not safe, and there's a lot of shit going on around here, and the Martinez has got everybody all. They're chopping arms up, they're chopping heads off, they're chopping legs off. But those ones that are tied up, we need to save them, because if you want, you could send your team to come and clean it up, come and clean up these streets, and just go back home to Mexico. And that's about it. But be careful, and just please watch over everybody, because I think they're beating up Ana Casillas, which was my mother that raised me. And I don't know what they're doing, but They're doing a lot of bad shit out here. They turned family on family. They're trying to start a war with Mexico and America. And Omar Martinez is trying to talk to the president of Mexico. I already had spoken to the president of Mexico, and I let him know, and I told him, hey, um, this is not your war. This is this war right here with the New Mexicans, supposedly, and the oil rig workers. So we got a bunch of oil rig workers out here that tied up a lot of people too. And I just want to let the Sour Patch Girls know, Omar Martinez and Martinez set you guys up in Odessa, Texas. So you guys are fucking in trouble, believe it or not. And it's not silly or anything like that. I know it for a fact because I saw the future and I saw what was going to happen. All you girls ended up going for life in prison in Odessa, Texas, and a lot of you guys too. The oil rig workers, I suggest that you just back the fuck off and go back to the oil rig companies and just go back to the company and forget about what the fuck this guy's saying, because he's gonna ruin your life. If you have family, you have kids that you care for, go take care of your kids. Go eat some popcorn, eat some steak, look in your kids' eyes and say, you know what, I love my children. I don't want anybody to hurt them, and I want to protect them at all costs. We need to get rid of these guys that are in the bad line and the bad behavior and the disrespect in the systems. Because when I was working in Sonic and Subway and Jack in the Box in Odessa, Texas, I was doing a mighty fine job. The state of Texas, of the government side, which was the police department and the fire department, they thought I was talking shit to them, which I was not talking shit to any of them. And they said that it was me talking shit to all of them, right? Well, anyways, it's not my voice, it's not me, it's Diego Martinez and a lot of other sets of individuals that I want to say, like probably John and Mondo and Amador and a bunch of other sets of people and stuff like that. And anyways, I just want to let you know that the newspaper that they showed right behind me is not me in that picture, because that's not me. That's a whole total other type of person. And I want to let you know that New Mexico or somebody around here, this person that's on the other side of the hill where I'm at, we're here at the cosmetology on Tao Shore at the Vista College. Probably printed out a fake newspaper and stuff like that. And I want to let you know that I'm very respectful and everything, and there's a lot of bad things going on in the state of Texas. And I need to let you know that in Texas, I froze them. I want to let you know that in Texas, they're putting a lot of people in hostage, a lot of girls, and raping them. They killed a lot of people from Sonic. They took over Sonic. They took over Jack in the Box. They took over Albertsons. Then they already took over probably the police department, fire department, and they took over the Subway. They tied up the girls in Subway, and they try to say that I tied them up and stuff like that, which I never did. And I went over there just to put in an application. That was it. I typed in my application. I went to work as Michael, and Martinez, his sons are so jealous of me and got their head up their ass so far that they went in send a bunch of people to my work, which was a bunch of people I never met in my life, and they don't know who the hell I am, because I lived 400 miles away from Las Cruces, New Mexico, which nobody should have never followed me over there. While I was in the state of Odessa, Texas, they walked into the restaurant and they said, Josh is blah blah blah. Josh is this, calling me a fucking, like, a sick fuck, basically, which I don't want to speak about it because it's private, and I'm getting pissed off about all the situations I'm going through. I want to take the state of New Mexico to the Supreme Court by the 13 colonies, and I want to let them know and get the ensure that I'll be 100% safe, because they traded me as a baby when I was a little kid at the hospital, and I'm not related to anybody in the state of Las Cruces, New Mexico, and I don't know who's my all I know about my father is he's a rich person. He owned a lot of businesses and stuff like that, and he left to White Sands. This will be the third war that's going on between the father that raised me and other sets of groups and horsemen and caballos. My life is in danger right now as we speak for the past year, I should say. since 2015, because in 2015 when I mean 2014, yeah, was it 15? Yeah, 2015 when I saved the world in 2015, um, 04 04 of 2015 to 04 of 2000, yeah, 15, 04 05, one something till some other time or whatever. I can't remember exactly, but anyways, they showed the whole world already, which everybody are seeing, thank God. And you know what? It's really, really getting bad out here for me because of jealousy. It's just a bunch of jealous people. And I guess from growing up as a baby to the age of I am now, like 30, um, they were all my enemies and stuff like that. So this lady earlier in the day today, she had said that she killed my whole real family and stuff like that, which I don't have family. And I want to take Susie Martinez to court. And I guarantee you 100% when I take the state of New Mexico to court and everybody to court at the 13 colonies, they will not go to the courthouse because they will be scared because they're guilty and they know they're guilty. And when I take the hospital to the court, the hospital knows they're guilty too. You know what? I tried to save the hospital and I told them, hey, there's C4 in the hospital on fucking on floor 4 and 3. They don't want to believe me. They got C4 implanted in the hospital. I was over here conducting some stuff at the Outback Steakhouse and this other business at the mattress store, walking and stuff by the old Primetime Fitness. And they got bombs on the floor and everything, and some in the vehicles of the trucks and stuff like that, and some planted in these rocks right here where the passerbyers are running up on the hill and stuff like that. Well, anyways, I've been conducting all kind of field safety stuff like that, and I've been clipping a bunch of bombs. I've been demolitionizing and doing a lot of different stuff. I conducted a nuclear warhead that they had over here by the A Mountain, and they had this scientist guy on the ground with a gun to his head. So that was a vision that I had when I was a little kid. I would actually say that vision was possibly true vision. So they had this guy on the floor, and they have control of the nuclear warheads and a lot of more other stuff. But for the past time that I've been out here and stuff, walking back and forth for the past year, I actually, since the day I was born, they've been pulling triggers to my head and throwing rocks at my head and trying to like kill me and stuff like that. Well, let me tell you guys, if the whole world thinks I'm a guilty person, then why aren't the bullets coming out the chamber when they're pulling the trigger to my head? And why was I born with a halo on my head and some stars? Why was I born like that? And my dad paid $3 million to have me over here in a jar, and he paid $1 million to the mother that had me and stuff like that. And why am I going through the problems that I'm going through? You know, I don't know who I'm really related to, but we're getting down to the DNA part and stuff like that. And I really want to make a request on this one part, because I really think he might be my father. And I'm just, you know what, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to keep it quiet for right now, because I don't know, it might be the color of my skin and the color of my hair and just the way I look, because you know what, they cursed me. They put DNA down my nose and stuff like that, and they just cursed my life. And it wasn't once that they put the DNA down my nose. They put it more than 3 times down my nose. And I just want to let you know that the state of New Mexico is at war right now. You can't get into the state of New Mexico on a 500-mile radius. And if you reach in within the walls of a 500-mile radius, they're already shooting and stuff like that. And I just want you to know that I'm not safe in Las Cruces, New Mexico either. And I just want to take these guys to the Supreme Court. I went to jail several times when I didn't need to go to jail. I was jumped in jail. They broke my back. I went to go get an x-rays done and stuff like that. The x-rays that I got done, they lied to me and told me that my back wasn't broken. Earlier, I was doing some mixed martial art moves over here at the church, and you can completely see that I have no back. My back is missing and stuff. I have no back. I'm completely paralyzed, but I'm still walking, and I don't know how I'm walking when I'm paralyzed. I should be riding in a wheelchair, and I should be walking with crutches right now. I think if I get jumped again, maybe, I don't know if it will be possible or not, but I might become paralyzed. And they're breaking a lot of backs here. They're raping the women over here at the hotels, at the hotel too. They raped a couple of women there, and they put sleeping gas in the rooms and stuff, and knocked out the girls with either pills or sleeping gas. The hospital were involved in it. They ran into the room. I don't know what happened about that, but they're raping a lot of women around this whole area and stuff like that. And I'm telling you that this place ain't safe, and I'm trying my hardest and everything just to make this place safe. I've been working on this case for the past, I could say, about 15, 16 years, and they told me when times get rough, and my dad told me when time gets rough and it gets rough for you, he said, you know what? He said, fight. And he said, I'll give you all the knowledge I have from my satellite, but fight with all your will and fight with all your power, because you know what? You're greater than everybody around here. And that's when he said, and he left. Right now, New Mexico, Mr. New Mexico is arguing with the White Sands Missile Range. When I was sleeping right next door at this house, they had shotguns and stuff, and they're all saying, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. They came out with 200 men with baseball bats, guns, and weapons and stuff like that in the middle of the streets. And I told them, I ran outside, I told them, back the fuck off. They all backed the fuck off because they know that if I die, that a lot of shit's gonna end up happening. And just to stay alive, the way they're staying alive is because they're implanting themselves with my blood. They even have they're even putting dildos on top of my head and a bunch of other stuff on my head, and they know my power since I was a little kid. I used to do rock and roll music. I used to do all kinds of different stuff when I was young, and now that I'm older, it's just like they're just tearing me apart and taking everything that I have. And I'm just wanting to live a good life. I want my life back. I didn't choose this road. This road wasn't mine. He already knows who my dad is because they saw the face and stuff like that. And yes, he's really high. I own the Death Star. I could move the moon, the sun, the stars. I could control the air. I could control the wind. I could do all kinds of different superhuman style things that no other person could do in the world. And it is not CGI. And I'm telling you, it is not CGI. It's completely 100% real. And I got a bunch of witnesses, and the witnesses that have already seen it, they're killing them so they don't tell anybody. And I don't know why they're killing them, but they're killing all the witnesses that see me do these powers so nobody leaves the state and tells anybody. And it's fucked up because these guys that are doing this, they don't have my back. For 30 years I've been living rough. For 30 years I wouldn't be going through problems, and if they had my back, I would have money in my pocket. I would have money in my bank account. I would have money. I would have a vehicle. I would have a house. They tell me that I borrowed drugs. They tell me I did this and tell me I did that. I never did this or did that. And when Chapo thought that I was related to him and stuff like that, because these guys were making up a story, which is Omar Martinez and everything, they took me to Mexico into a hospital, and they ended up testing my DNA to make sure that if I was really related to him. They saw that I was not related to him. They said that there was 95% of other things too, and they said that the 5% was unknown, that I wasn't related to him. And so what happened, it was like it was backwards, but for Mexico to here, and it was like backwards, like, you know, that they did something to my DNA in my nose, and they changed the color to my hair. Whatever they did and stuff like that, I don't know what they did, but they ended up taking me across the street from the hospital at the Mexican side in Mexico, and they chopped off my head with and I could see the future. They chopped off my head with the fucking chainsaw, a yellow chainsaw. Anyways, after all this had happened, and I saved the world and stuff like that, from the moon, from colliding with the sun and colliding with the earth, and I've been trying to get like free stuff, like something to eat, like at a burger stop or like a pizza place, or the only place that's been giving me free stuff is the Home 2, and all they gave me is like coffee and stuff like that. And I know that the owner is not he has no knowledge of what's going on into the rooms and stuff like that, because they took over the camera system. Like, the guy could be watching the camera, but the camera's not really working. You know, the camera's not really working, and that goes for most of the other hotels. They have the cameras, codes and passcodes and stuff. They have the passcodes to a lot of other systems. They have the passcodes to the satellites. They're watching me from the sky right now as we speak. The prisons and jailhouses are all watching me in the state of New Mexico, and they're all watching me on TV and stuff like that. And they're it's like they're watching me like news. And I don't know if it's Susie or something like that, but it's one of them that is exploiting me out so I could just get killed. They just want to try to kill me, but she doesn't know what she's doing. She's doing the whole thing's totally wrong, and a lot of other people wrong. And I want to take Macias to the Supreme Court too, because since she's the new governor, she's going to have to work the case, right? And I don't think Macias is going to show up to the 13 colonies. Therefore, she's going to have to be fired, and we're going to have to rehire a new governor. And at the end of this, I want to take over the whole state, which I want to own the whole state, because I want to sue the whole state. And I want to work with my team Trump and the administration if they're okay with it, and whoever is okay with it, because you know what? They've been stealing a lot of money from me, from the hospital, and stealing a lot of money from me from a lot of other places and stuff like that. And I just want to let you know that I've been held hostage for 30 years, and I'm not lying to you. Because why? This will be the third time they go to war, and this one's like a stupid war. Well, anyways, I've been having a lot of visions with Obama, with Bush, with Joe Biden, with Trump, with I've been having a lot of visions of what's going to happen in the future here and what's going on. I've been having all kinds of visions on all kinds of different stuff and everything. And I own the radar too, because I could turn off the radar, and all I need to do is just turn it off with my mind. My mind will turn off the radar. There will not be nothing in the sky. And then when I power back up, the radar starts right back up. And I just want to let you know that that's what's going on with a lot of things that I'm working with. And all I want is just to be happy, and I'm not even asking for much. Anywhere between 5 to 10 million, you know what I mean? That's not even a lot. That's like very, very little and stuff. And I need to set a group of people that can help me work my business, because I just want to own like a dispensary, one of them smoke dispensaries, and one of those so I could lay back and chill and play my Fortnite. I want to play Fortnite, and I want to play freaking GTA 5, and I want to play my games, and I want a girlfriend. I want a good wife. Like, if you could get me a good wife, I'd be really, really, really happy, and it'll make my life a lot better. It'll make me a lot better and stuff like that. And one wife that could put my ass in my place, because if I'm smoking too much, I want her to tell me, hey, you're smoking too much, calm down on it. If I'm drinking too much, hey, you need to calm down on your drinking, like something like that. Because when I have a woman like that, they treat me good. They know what exactly I need. They know exactly how I feel. And I'm not a bad person. I'm not an evil person. I'm not a devil worshiper. I'm not a fucking Satanist or whatever they call them. I'm just a Samaritan, a pedestrian, an innocent man that has people pointing guns, shooting bow and arrows at me, shooting those spit fucking needles at me. They're killing people out here, strangling them, tying them up, chopping their heads. At the trailer park, they have fucking artillery gun. They have a radar thing that's going on. They had an RPG pointed at me inside the trailer when I was there. And there's a lot of shit that's going on that shouldn't be going on, but it's happening. And I don't know exactly what the hell these guys want with me, but it's jealousy, and it's through my power. So they have a bunch of my blood wrapped around their legs with towels and stuff. I helped this guy walk. He still hasn't even paid me or anything like that. He could give me a burger, or he could give me something to eat or something. I'm hungry. because since they don't want to give me free stuff. And I need a pair of glasses because I have an eye problem because the colors of my eyes change and stuff like that. They call me the devil because of the way I look or who I am, and it's maybe because they put the DNA right down my nose. So you know what? I ain't the devil, and I'm just trying to do what I gotta do, and I'm working hard on my stuff and everything like that, and all the stuff that I'm working on is just there's no help out here in this universe other than the ones that I'm looking forward for, and I'm looking to try to have a guidance and a step, and I don't care how much we sue these guys for. Shit, go ahead and fucking just give me what you think, I mean, what you think is good for me. We could get up to over like 200 million or even 70 some $1 million. Yeah, because there's a lot of things that are going to be happening, the trade, the mistreatment. When I was growing up, my dad wasn't fucking so cool with me. I worked for him, and right, like, just not too long ago, and he fucking cheated me out on my pay. And when I was younger, I even asked him, Dad, could you help me out with this and help me out with that? Even when I was a little kid, he never gave a fuck about me, because why? He wasn't my dad. So I was wondering to myself, why is he doing what he's doing to me? And I said, I don't give a fuck. Do it, dude. You got a hammer? I don't give a fuck. Anyways, what he's doing to me and stuff like that, you see, I could see through eyes. That's at that time, at that moment, right? And people say I can't see through eyes and stuff like that, but I can see through eyes. They had the hammer on the right hand, they bend them over right on the table, and they're gonna hit them right over the head. That's what I saw, and that's it. Whatever happens, but just know that I'm trying my hardest. And when I was a little kid, he used to be like, "Oh yeah, punk, you'll never have any of this shit," and blah blah blah, and this, and he farted in my face. My nose stunk like fucking shit for 3 days. He's done a lot of fucking stuff too that I've never even done. Anyways, I'm trying to just live life and just trying to be a man. And you know what, if I'm gonna have to take everybody to court, or anybody to court, I'm gonna take everybody and anybody to court, because you know what, I never deserved any of this, and I've been working on this for a very long time, and this has been going on for 30 fucking years. And I got a lot of fucking things that I could tell you about my situation and about my life. But you know what, it doesn't mean that I don't want everybody dead, because Martinez was so jealous. He got into my business in the beginning of 2019 when I was speaking about the invasion that was going to be coming right over from Mexico by the ISIS group. Well, ISIS was going to be paying some cartel, which I know which cartel they're going to be paying. They're going to be paying the La Linea, the line. So that's who they're going to be paying, because the line somehow got a hold in the contact of them somehow, and they came right across the border from underneath the tunnels. But anyways, they stole money from the safe of Angel's mother. I don't know how much money they stole, but the safe was packed up with all $100 bills, brand new hundreds, all the way from the bottom to the top. And he's so fucking rich that if he was really my dad, he would have fucking helped me out. But he's not my dad. He fought and argued with my real dad and held me hostage here. So anyways, the hospital traded me. It was Medical Memorial Hospital, and I'm not Anna's son. I'm not Ana Casillas' son, and I'm not Angel Wilson's son either. This is Joshua Wilson that's in this name that they gave me, and I'd rather be called Alpha Black 111 957, or you could just refer to me as you want. But please help me, because I need help, guys. And I'm not a bad person. They just consider me a bad person. I've been eating from the dumpsters. I got some Wingstop the other day, and I got Wingstop from the dumpster. And thank God this guy was in my way, because he gave me the wings from the trash, and I was so happy. And they thanked him. I think it was Donald Trump who thanked him. But you know what? I need some help, guys. I need some help with all this, and if we can do it, we can do it together, because you know what? They also stole from Bush. They said they tied up Selena or something. I don't believe if they did or did not, but something like that's going on. And Ariana Grande and a bunch of other celebrities too, and stuff like that. And you know what? We need to save a lot of these celebs, and I'm pretty sure Justin and Bieber and a lot of other people like Drake and a lot of other singers too got tied up. I don't know for sure, but that's from what they've been speaking about around here. And they've been using their voices like a voice recognition that sounds like them, and they've been using it to their advantage, like Marshmallow. They've been using Marshmallow's voice and stuff like that and everything. And Marshmallow's been, you better leave him alone, back the fuck up and get that gun off his head, dude. I look like Baron over there. I don't know for sure, but it looked like him with the red tie, and the gun was like the left hand or something. Wait, right hand was it? Or something, I don't know, left, right hand. But it was white shirt or some shit like that, I don't know. But anyways, I need help with all this, guys, because I've been working so hard on this and I'm sleeping in the streets. I'm eating from the dumpsters. I'm freaking I don't have no clothes. These are the same clothes I've been wearing for one whole month. I broken down codes. I try to help everybody out. I prayed for the world before. I got a lot of missing links that happen, which are from the table and stuff that are missing, and I need some help right here, guys. This stuff is getting overboard with whatever the hell is going on and stuff like that. And I know these guys are crossing my feet and crossing my legs and stuff like that. They're right behind me. But you know what? I'm not going to be afraid of them. I'm not going to be scared of them. They're sitting in the car. They want to be looking at me. They want to be acting stupid. Let them act stupid. But you know what? I know who I am. And I know who I'm related to. And I'm not related to Omar. Me and Omar are not fucking related. And you need to get the fuck out of my head, dude, because we're not related. And I'm not related to Trump, dog. And you need to stop fucking contacting Angel through fucking fuck, man.